So Donald Trump, in the midst of all of his legal troubles, is still throwing haymakers at Ron DeSantis' face. This is particularly hilarious because Ron DeSantis has been out there defending Trump. There's a political prosecution and Soros-funded DA, and I know, I don't like this. I'm with Trump. Just totally cucking, bending the knee. Again, he'd be better off just saying nothing. Just don't say anything. Just wait in the wings, and then eventually you'll have your day. But no, he can't help himself. So he's putting the stench of Trump on him. Trump is not returning the favor in any way, shape, or form. Here's his new ad he released against DeSantis.
You know Ron DeSantis? Think again. In Congress, DeSantis voted 3 separate times to cut Social Security. That's right, 3 times over 3 years. Worse, DeSantis voted to cut Medicare 2 times. DeSantis even voted to raise the retirement age to 70. The more you learn about DeSantis, the more you see he doesn't share our values. He's just not ready to be president. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Wow. It's really amazing how whenever Trump wants to bury another Republican, he starts sounding like a Democrat. Isn't that interesting? He did the exact same thing in 2016 over the Iraq war. He would go after low-energy Jeb, and he'd say, you know, your brother got us into Iraq. Your brother got us into Iraq. Everybody makes mistake, but that was a beauty. That was a big, fat mistake. He would hammer him over that over and over, and Jeb was like, Don, my brother kept us safe, and I'm very proud of him. And Trump was like, the towers came down under your brother. He didn't keep us safe. The towers came down under your brother. So whenever he wants to actually defeat the other Republicans, all of a sudden he's out there hammering them on being too pro-war and hammering them on wanting to cut Social Security and Medicare because he knows those positions that he's taking here are a winner anywhere in the country, except maybe a military-industrial complex donor retreat or a top 1% getaway, right? So he pivots to the left when he wants to be effective against the other Republicans. And you know what? It's working. It's going to continue to work. Now, look, the main reason he's gone up and up and up is because of the indictment. So the Republicans are circling the wagons and defending him. But he is not going to respond. He's not going to return any sort of solidarity. He's going to just go for the jugular, and that's what he's doing. And this happens to be a line of attack that will work against DeSantis. Now, DeSantis, it's not like he has no counter moves. He can do certain counter moves, but he's got to be more skillful in delivering it because he's behind. But like one of the things I pointed out is he can make an argument, look, I'm tough on crime, and he's not. He did the First Step Act. We put criminals in Florida in jail. We don't let them go. Like, that's one of the arguments he can use. He could hit Trump on outsourcing 200,000 jobs when he ran as the anti-outsourcing guy. But with DeSantis, it's got to be skillful. It's got to be jab, jab, and then back off. And he's got to do the, I'm defending you while also taking some shots and saying, hey, look, all I'm saying is I trust myself and I'm better than you are, even though there's some things you did that I like. Like, that's got to be the line for DeSantis. But Trump is just vicious, man. Vicious. And this is a good ad. It's a good ad. But you know what the hilarious part is? It's like, do you realize, Donald Trump, that you are literally the only Republican in Washington, D.C. who doesn't want to cut Social Security and Medicare? And he does realize that. He does. In fact, I wouldn't put it by him even if he gets elected again, all this rhetoric about protecting it. I bet he would cut it and then say, I didn't cut it. I reformed it. He would frame it as, I didn't cut it. So, I mean, obviously we don't know. We'd have to watch it unfold and the facts come first, but that's my guess as to how he would act. But he's the only Republican who doesn't want to cut it. Literally every other Republican wants to cut it. So it's kind of hilarious because he could never tell you the obvious truth about this, which is like the Democrats have a much better position on this, and it's like most of the Democrats, right? And he wouldn't tell you the Democrats are right and the Republicans are wrong. He just goes like a bull in a china shop and hits all the Republicans on it because right now it serves him to do that. So, I don't know. Very good ad, very devastating ad. And look, he's going to continue to go up because of these legal troubles, which is a hilarious sentence. He'll go down in the general, but he'll go up in the primary. And DeSantis, he's got to regroup, man. He's got to regroup because there have been some mistakes recently and it's showing. Ever since Adpocalypse, when YouTube defunded all independent news and politics overnight, we haven't trusted them. We know they can pull the rug out from underneath us at any time. If you enjoy this content, please consider tipping $1 or $2 per month on the Secular Talk Patreon. Link in the video description box below. Thanks for your support.